Hello everybody, and welcome to the broadcast. Hope you're all having a lovely morning today. Today we're playing Doki Doki exit music. This is going to be absolutely hellish, especially on my voice. But hope you're all having a lovely morning. Now then, shall we? Act 1, Airbag. Monday, 25th September 2017. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Should I wake her up? It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her get up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her happy. Besides, I told you yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she wants, and it's what I'll do for her. Yeah, I've made up my mind. I grabbed the cupcakes Natsuki and I made yesterday, and make my way to Sayori's. Alright, things are going to get really fucked up really fast. I can already tell you this much. So, just a fair warning to all of you watching. Things are going to get chaotic. And I am not sorry. But trigger warnings. Suicide, death, and a lot worse. I reach her house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori. Yes? Sayori stands at the foot of her bed, a long rope in her hand. It's tied to a hangman's noose. In the shock of the moment, I release my grip on the cupcakes. The tray clatters to the floor. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She breaks down into incoherent sobs. Jesus, Sayori. I should have known. It was obvious. I didn't listen. Didn't see the signs. I almost lost her, my best friend. The one I grew up with. Sayori lets go of the noose, dropping it to the floor with a heavy thud. Just the act of looking at it makes my heart sink. Sayori. She gets up and rushes towards me, clutching my shirt and crying into my chest. I didn't want to face it again. What I talked to you about, I didn't want it. I can't wake up every day like this. I can't get this. Words catch and stick in my throat, unable to come out. I can't. She backs away. There's a short pause. All is silent aside from Sayori sobbing. I was about to do it, guys. I was so close I could feel it. I have never seen you again. I finally pulled myself together enough to speak. Sayori, could you imagine if I had found you like that? My last memory of you, my best friend. I'm such a failure, guys. Damn it. Every moment of this is cringy. I do apologize for that much. I've only ever been shellfish. I can't even think about the one person that cares about me for a single second. Sorry, please listen. There are so many people who care about you. Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, your parents. I want... Oh god, her parents. What would they think of this? I begin to hyperventilate and feel my whole body shaking as if it's only just caught up with everything. Okay. calm it, guys. I'm steadying myself a bit. You need to sort this out first. If it even can be sorted out. I took back a sob and steadied myself again. I want you to remember that. You have a place here, and it wouldn't be the same. And I know it wouldn't be. You told me yourself yesterday. Gas. Suri wipes the tears off her face and catches her breath. I'm here for you. We all are. No matter what. Gaston. Suri, you need to talk to somebody professional about this. Please, sooner rather than later. She wipes her eyes and sniffs. I don't think I'm ready. We can go another time. There's still the festival. I wouldn't want you to keep the others waiting. Screw the festival. You're more important to me than that. Besides, this isn't just something we can put off. It's about your life, Sayori. What if something like this happens tomorrow, or when I'm not here? I'm not going to force you, but I really think you should. They can help. If I didn't do everything in my power to help you, I could never forgive myself. You care about me too much, guys. But I guess you're right. She gazes out the window for a long, silent moment. I don't feel like this. If they can help, I'll try. I let out a deep sigh. Adrenaline's still coursing through me. The anxiety that's brought on by all that's transpired still crushes my chest when I press. I won't rest for a second until she's okay. The sooner we get there, the better. We can take the bus. Well, I need to get changed first. Oh, yeah, of course. I nod and take a step outside the door, reaching down to pick up the rope first. I trust Sayori, but still, just in case. She gently nods, shutting the door in my face. And I'm a little anxious leaving her alone right after that. But she does need privacy. I kneel down, beginning to clean up the cupcake massacre, littering the floor with a towel. Wait up. Natsuki's going to kill me. I return downstairs and untie the noose, dropping the loose rope in the trash. My body is still shaking from the ordeal, my hands barely able to undo the knot. How did she learn to do that? How long has she wanted to? I linger downstairs for a minute, trying to relax before heading back upstairs. Taking a deep breath, I sit down for a minute. I shut my eyes and rest my head in my hands. I take a few deep breaths, hoping to level off my stress. She's probably ready by now. I knock on Sayori's door and she opens it immediately. Ready? Sayori nods once, her eyes glued to the floor. This is what's best for me, right? Her light blue eyes stare through me, expectant of an answer. Seeing her like this is so unsettling. It's like someone rewired her brain overnight to become this husk of herself. I shouldn't think like that. She's my best friend, and always will be. I take a deep breath and sigh. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Well, I do know that it's worth a shot. Come on, let's get going. I take a seat in an empty but brightly lit waiting room. My anxiety consumes me as I wait for Sayori to walk out from the doctor's office. I have to lock my hands in place in order to stop them from showing my increasing worry. I subconsciously resort to tapping my foot on the floor and looking elsewhere. It's the only thing I'm going to be able to do for quite a while. Suddenly, my pocket rumbles as my phone springs to life. I quickly pull it out and notice a text from Monica. Then it hits me. Today was the day of the festival. Damn it, I should have told her that I couldn't make it. I have to reply. Sorry, I got caught up. I don't think I'll be able to make it to the festival. Class, please don't tell me you got cold feet about the poems or something. It's an emergency. Oh no, what's going on? I don't know if I can tell you right now. That's okay. Just please see if you can make it, or let me know if you can't. And if you know where Sayori or Natsuki are, can you tell them too? Okay, I will. I peer through a small fluted glass window on the door. I can see what appears to be Sayori breaking down in her chair, her arms folded on the doctor's desk. Her head rested upon them. I'm stricken with guilt, as it was my own negligence that led her to this. Behind me, the door that leads from the entrance to a waiting room swings open, and a couple of nurses walk by. But my phone buzzes again in my hand, and I turn my attention back to it. It's just me and Yuri here. She's really nervous about performing as is. I'm trying to pep her up, but without you guys, I don't think she would do it. I know, I'm sorry, it's for a personal issue. Can't promise anything, but I'll try to get there before it's over. Okay, thanks. Hey McKinnish, how you doing, man? Okay, so, would you like me to catch you up on what's happened within the first few minutes of this playthrough? Okay, so, this is Doki Doki exit music. It takes place in an alternate timeline, kind of, from the main game, but right before the festival. That's where we start. Now, do you remember the festival day, McKinnish? And what happened on that day? Yeah, we prevented that. We are currently at a doctor's office. She's getting mental help. So you know, there's at least that. It's a solid enough start. Yeah, we prevented it. A couple more minutes of idle waiting pass before I get another message from her. God damn it, Monica, stop messaging me. Never mind, everyone's here already and they're waiting. Prob's gonna have to cancel the performance. I return the phone to my pocket, running my hands through my hair. Why now? Why terrible? I feel terrible for Sayori. The fact that she's in such pain right now. How oblivious I was to it. But on the other hand, I also feel like I've put Monica and Yuri on the spot in front of all our classmates. There is no winning, is there? Monica and Yuri. Where's Natsuki? I take a deep breath. Okay, yes, one problem at a time. Natsuki's probably fine. Focus on Sayori right now. She needs you. I feel my knees bouncing uncontrollably. My hands shake, my arms tense to the point of physical pain. I try to take deep breaths. In, out. Calm down. I'm snapped out of it by another text. Are you sure you don't know where Sayori or Natsuki are? I'm almost tempted to leave the message alone, but I give in. I already said I don't know. I don't like lying to people, but at this point I can't tell her about Sayori. It'd seem like I'm throwing her under the bus anyway. I don't have a single clue where Natsuki is. It's just a white lie for their sake. I texted them, but got nothing back. Oh, the game's a little loud here. Let me go fix that real quick. Let's see, right about this better? I could probably turn it up a little bit more. There. How's this, Kenish? Perfect? Alright, sweet. Yeah, no problem, man. Well, it doesn't really matter now anyway. We had to cancel our performance. People are complaining about the cupcakes not being here. Yuri's gone for some gone for some fresh air. Crap. I'm really sorry, Monica. It's fine. Now I'm disappointed. Now I've disappointed Monica because I couldn't bring myself to tell her what happened. I need to get my mind off of this. I could try and help her, for one, by getting hold of Natsuki. I type out a message hoping to get some answers. Hey Natsuki, you okay? Monica said you were a no-show at the festival. A couple of minutes pass with no response. The message doesn't even mark as read. The office door swings open and Sayori emerges. Sayori quietly walks over, tears streaming down her cheeks. I quickly stand up, putting my phone away. Before I have time to say anything, she locks me in a tight embrace and sobs into my chest, startling me slightly. Hey, it's okay. She can barely get a sentence out. Don't worry, take your time. I'm not going anywhere. I don't deserve this. Sayori. It's true, I really messed up everything. You don't get to spend time and have fun with any of the other club members. Monica's probably upset about us not showing up for the festival. Poor Yuri's gonna be so embarrassed. And it's all my fault. My mind wanders back to Monica's text. Not telling her the whole story seems to have been a good call for what that's worth. I need to find a way to fix this. Sayori, look at me. She backs out of the hug and opens her eyes, staring into mine once again. Look, Sayori, I really care about you. And so do the others at the club. They would understand why we weren't at the club today. Besides, it isn't anything to worry about right now. If anything, you should tell them the truth about your depression. I know for a fact that they'd be supportive. They're your friends. I don't know. I just don't want to make a big deal out of it. Oh, shit, I couldn't finish reading that. A big deal out of it, especially with the other club members, and... Sorry, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this really is. You nearly My voice cracks. I compose myself. You nearly died. Sorry closes her eyes and takes a stuttering staccato breath. I have no clue what the hell that means. Staccato? Probably slow. It's like the words are finally hitting her. She looks away, wipes her eyes, and changes the topic quickly, talking in a fast, anxious manner. What about the festival? Did you talk to Monica about it yet? I hesitate. I don't want Sayori to feel like it's her fault that the performance was cancelled, so I decided to start with Natsuki's absence. Well, Natsuki didn't show up either. Monica had to cancel the performance, unfortunately. You didn't tell her, did you? No, I didn't. Unless you want to talk to her about it yourself, she won't know. Okay. Sayori nods, wiping her eyes with her forearm once more. I think I'll tell her, so she knows why her plans for the festival were ruined. I can tell what she's going to say. Hey, it wasn't your fault, Sayori. None of this is. Sayori grabs my hand tightly, crushing it in a vice grip. You can talk to her if you really want to. Hell, she'd probably be able to give better advice than me. Maybe. Did you tell my parents? I sigh. I did, yeah. I'm really sorry. I just thought they should know. She lays her head on my shoulder. Thank you. I was too scared to tell them myself. She leans in closely to me, her soft breath sweeping across my chest. She closes her eyes and lets out a pained sigh. I love you guys. I try to think of some sort of response, but I'm not sure if it's the best idea, especially considering all she's been through today already. Instead, I hold her in a tight hug, being the only solace I can provide right now. I'm just glad she's here, that she's alive and breathing, that I still have a best friend. After a small bit, she steps back, sniffles, and wipes her eyes. We should get going. There's no point going to school now. Actually, yes. They're keeping me here for a while. I think it could help, like you said. They're keeping her on suicide watch. I take a deep breath. That's probably a good idea. They'll know how to look after you. She only responds by squeezing my hand. Look, I'll keep my phone with me. If you have the chance, you can message me whenever you want. Hell, I'll even pick you up whenever they release you. Note that's only played for one tap. Okay, so it is a musical term. Yeah, no. So, I should probably also explain that since this one is exit music, the exit music mods are based on music, specifically Radiohead for some reason. And that's sort of what it's. So it's going to use plenty of musical terms that I'm probably not going to pick up on. So thank you for knowing that, McKinnish. That helps a lot. You're going to be okay, Sayori. We hug again, only for a moment this time. Don't let me keep you waiting. I'll let your family know where you are. Thank you, Cass, for everything. We let go and say our goodbyes, albeit reluctantly. I assure myself she would be in good hands. With a long sigh, I start my journey home. Yeah, no, that's fine. The mid-afternoon sun warms my back as I approach my house. The bus ride seemed to breeze right on by. I barely remember it. Before I enter, I turn my head to look at the neighboring house. Her house. I close my eyes and shake my head. She's safe. She's safe now. She's okay. She's in a safe place and she will be okay. She's in a safe place and she will be okay. The mantra does nothing to quell my worries. I begin to tremble as I unlock my door. The moment I enter the kitchen, I flick on the light. I flick the light on. I hold my head and try to focus on something else. I can only stand here and breathe. Whoa, that's a weird effect. My body refuses to take another step. I can only focus on one thing. Everything tunes out. There's that feeling. That tightness in the chest. Why the heck? She's the image of Sayori, noose around her neck, the frightened expression frozen on her face. Hold on. There's a feeling keep coming back when I think about. Jesus fucking Christ. They are just hitting us with the traumatic events, huh? No, I don't want to think about it anymore. My muscles ache from the constant tension. It feels like I'm breathing through a plastic straw. I can't help myself. I had a horrible guttural noise, a freakish mixture of a scream and frustrated anger. I hear it reverberate off the kitchen walls, giving a second of echo to it. My throat is dry, my face is damp, and my hands are trembling. After a few seconds of hyperventilating, I can almost breathe again. Instantly, my whole body begins to wobble and shake as the adrenaline fades. I catch myself on the counter and vomit into the sink. My heart rate slows down, but I can't get it out of my head. A vision of what would have happened if I was. I can't think about it. I can't think about it. Distraction. Now. Food. Haven't eaten today. Make food. I wash the sink out and pour water into my hands. Splashing the cold water on my face, I wipe my mouth before drinking a bit from the faucet. The acidic taste still stings my throat, even as I wash the water around and spit it out. Next step, food. I force myself to make a sandwich. I grab some bread and vegetables from the fridge. My mind, desperate for any purchase, settles on Monica's reaction. I feel sorry for her and her ruined festival. Yuri as well. And where was Natsuki? I noticed that she still hasn't texted back. Oh my... Jesus Christ, I couldn't read that. Hell, my messages are still unread. Ah, shit. I was so wrapped up in my own worrying, I managed to accidentally cut my finger open while slicing a tomato. The knife clatters to the floor. I quickly wrap my finger in a paper towel, letting the few drops of blood soak into it. I hardly felt a thing. I sigh, looking over the damage I've done. Well, at least now I know the knife isn't going blunt anytime soon. Regardless, I go ahead and eat the sandwich. I'm too hungry to care if there's a little blood on it. I toss my dish into the sink alongside the knife and head upstairs to my room. I collapse onto my bed, exhaust being the only thing I can feel now. Fighting the urge to fall asleep, I manage to send a text to Sayori. With the message sent, I surrender to my exhaustion. I conk out within minutes. Tuesday, 26th of September, 2017. I'm pulled from my sleep by the sound of birds and passing cars. I check my phone. 12:39, 12:40. Crap, I'm late. I bolt out of bed and quickly put on my clothes. Wait. Okay. Think clearly, Gas. By the time I get changed and walk to school, it'll probably be around 2 o'clock. School ends around 3. Yeah. If I'm this late already, I might as well not go. Another absence that's going to look fantastic on my school standing. Good job, Gas. I sigh and sit down, half dressed. I can probably still go to the literature club at least. Mostly to see if Natsuki made it in today. But I'm not looking forward to confronting Monica. What do I even say? It's not going to be a pleasant day. But first, a much needed shower is in order. I step out of the bathroom feeling fresh and clean. I check the time again, 13:06 or 1:06. How long was I even in there? At least I feel less tense now. It just occurs to me, neither Natsuki nor Sayori have responded to me. I haven't heard a peep from either of them. My fears have crept their way back, rooting themselves into the pit of my stomach like a vile tumor. I figure they might have taken Sayori's phone, or she turned it off. It's not a huge deal right now. She's in a safe place and she will be okay. But Natsuki, I'm tempted to call her, let her know what happened. But the rational side of my brain interrupts. What if she's in class? What if her phone is broken or something? She could be fine for all I know. Damn it. I almost wish that I almost wish I were omniscient so I would have this painful crushing so I wouldn't have this painful crushing worry. Damn. I hold my breath and check the time. Club should have started by now. I follow the path along the courtyard. At least Sayori isn't here to scold me for missing class. Who am I kidding? Right now I'd take any amount of teasing to see her. I force my thoughts towards the club. Reaching the door, I let myself inside and begin to navigate the hallways. After a short walk, I stop outside the door. I can see Monica and Yuri inside. No, Natsuki. My gut feels like it's been dropped onto solid concrete. My already present worry only gets worse. I take a moment to compose myself before walking in. As I enter, both Monica and Yuri turn to look at me. Yuri quickly buries herself back into her book. Whatever plan I had to explain myself vanished the second I entered. I could only stand there awkwardly. I cough and try to stammer out a greeting. I'm on it. Gas, could we talk for a moment? She addresses me with an emotionless, dreary monotone. I mean, yeah, I suppose. You want to chat out in the hall, or somehow the prospect of being in the hallway where others could hear is not ideal. But now I have to explain in front of both Monica and Yuri. Great. Here is fine. Alright. Monica leans against the teacher's desk, her expression blank, yet somehow piercing my soul. This is going to suck. I take a breath. I'll be straight. Something happened with Sayori. I don't think I can tell you. That'll be up to her. Believe me, we didn't want to miss the festival. It was important to us. We wouldn't have skipped unless it was important. So for what it's worth, I'm really sorry we didn't make it. Well, that was surprisingly natural, and more importantly, honest. Still, I can't help but worry about her response. As soon as I finish, Monica's face softens, her brow furrowing with concern. Is she okay? She's safe. I see. Her eyes shift away for a moment. God damn it, my throat. You still there, McKinnish? Good to hear. Had to drink some tea. To help out my throat. It has been getting sore from all the talking over the past few days. I honestly don't know. Because I haven't played exit music at all, and I remember bits and pieces from it, but I don't remember much. I don't remember enough for that to be an effect. So we will find out eventually. Her eyes shift away for a moment, staring into space. Yuri hides her face within her book, seemingly tuning out of the conversation. She seems upset. I don't blame her. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. Needless to say, I owe you an apology. I was in a panic and everyone was staring at us. I was stressed out and didn't want us to look bad, and she swallows and shakes her head a bit. But if Sayori's safe, that's all that matters to me. I'm sorry, Gas. An awkward silence ensues. I have a feeling that the festival failure hit her harder than she's letting on. While it was necessary, I still feel awful for contributing to its failure. It's alright, I'm sorry too. Monica nods before rubbing my inner arm a bit. Rubbing my upper arm a bit. Hey, are you okay? I pause. Throughout the last day and a half, I haven't had time to reflect on my mental state. Well, beyond the lanes of anxiety and stress right anyway. Nobody's really asked me, so I pushed that task aside for the more important things. Not really, but it's nothing to worry about. She nods. If you insist. Yuri peers over her book inquisitively. What about Natsuki? The crushing worry returns as I focus on Natsuki's absence. I can feel a wave of mild nausea flooding over me. Something feels wrong. Really wrong. Where is she? It's not like her to skip like this. And to not be at the festival either? What if something happened? Yeah, that was my next question. I haven't heard from her, like, at all. She wasn't with you. No, she went home on Sunday after we baked some cupcakes. I haven't heard from her since. The room goes quiet. Yuri sits down, staring ahead blankly before aimlessly flipping through her book. Monica closes her eyes and sighs. Okay. After something catches my eye. Outside the clubroom door. The flash of a familiar shade of pink. Am I just seeing things? Well, it's better that I find it out rather than standing here contemplating it. I'll be right back. Oh, alright. I probably cut her off from what she was saying, but this is more important. I make every attempt to walk to the door normally and resist the urge to sprint. Just as the door closes, I break into a jog down the corridor. I round the corner and... Natsuki, Guess, keep your voice down, please. She looks around like she's paranoid about being heard. That you don't understand. She speaks in a harsh whisper. I know, Gas. I missed the festival, and it's my fault, and I know that, okay? I don't want them to come out here and start bitching at me, and Natsuki. She stops her tangent. I've missed you. I've been really worried. I am worried. We all are. She looks at me with a reaction that I can only describe as complete shock. You... I've missed you too, okay? A lot. I'm sorry that I missed the festival. I really wanted to go. It's okay. Sayori and I weren't exactly punctual either. She looks at me with confusion. It's just, I debate telling her. For what I know, Sayori considers her a best friend alongside myself and maybe Monica. She'd want Natsuki to know. At the same time, I don't feel comfortable with it. That's her decision to make, not mine. Just like with Monica and Yuri. Something doesn't sit right with me about lying to Natsuki. But I'm not really lying, right? It's just an omission. Something happened. Sayori couldn't make it. Yes, that sounds bad. She okay? She's safe at least. That's all I can say for now. I feel terrible about not being upfront, but I'm sure she'll understand if Sayori tells her. I quickly change the subject to the topic most on my mind, which brings me to my own question. What happened on Monday? Are you alright? Oh, that. It was just, we had a problem at home. I had to help my dad fix something. So I couldn't answer my phone. I'm sorry. Huh. Her explanation seemed plausible enough, but I can't shake a bad feeling about it. A really bad feeling. Feeling bad enough to make me not believe a word she said. However, if she is lying to me of all people, she must be doing it for a reason. I don't press it. Alright, fair enough. Natsuki exhales and rocks on her heels. So, that's why. Can't wait to get chewed out by Monica. She was worried about you when I told her I hadn't seen you. You should talk to her, Yuri too. They're worried. She seemed to react with genuine surprise. You know, despite your differences, Yuri does care about you. She sighs and picks up her bag. Not today. I need some time to myself, you know? Plus, I need to be home early today. I need to start dinner. Oh, alright. I'll see you tomorrow, though, okay? Promise? I promise. She gives me a weak but honest smile. Alright, get going. Don't let me hold you up. She waves and walks down the hallway. I start to head back to the club room. Before I round the corner, I look back. I see her at the stairwell glancing back at me. I hold up my hand. She does the same before heading down the stairs. I sigh and head back to the club room. As disappointed as I am that I didn't spend more time with her. She's safe. She's alive. Jesus, why is that the first thing I think when I see her again? I really need to calm myself down somehow. Well, at least there you are. Where were you? Oh, I was caught off guard from walling in my own thoughts. Bathroom. Okay. I was just about to say that we've ended the club early today. Yuri's already headed home. I'll try and call Natsuki when later this evening. Jesus Christ, the misterminology and bad grammar in this game sometimes. It always throws me off. Oh well. Just in case the others show up tomorrow, I'd like you to write poems if you can. Maybe it could help. Who knows? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Very reassuring. I grab my bag, wave to Monica, and start my way home. It is a pretty sad game, and it's going to get worse. That's what I can remember from it. As I finish off the last scraps of my dinner, I feel my phone buzz from inside my pocket. Discarding the dirty plate in the dishwasher. Yeah, no, oh god. Discarding the dirty plate in the dishwasher first, I pull it out and check the notification. A text from Sayori. Several of them, in fact. I had to message to let you know I'm doing better. You were right, the people here are taking really good care of me. They've given me some meds. I was really scared at first, but I think they're gonna help. I'm sorry for doubting you when you said this would be the best thing for me. By the way, they said I could probably come home on Thursday, so that's good. I'll call you tomorrow if I can, after school and club and stuff. Good night, Gas. Despite this good news, I feel a familiar cramping sting. She's being medicated now? I've heard stories online about taking stuff like that. What if she completely changes? What if it doesn't even work? What if she just attempts again? What am I kidding? I already know the answer. I'll fail her, just like before. I'll fail her. I run the sink and splash some water on my face. I'll fail her. She'll be dead, and it'll be all my fault. I can't bear the thought of being alone, treated only with pills and encouraging words. I have an urge to run to the hospital and be right next to her, making sure she's safe. I want to see her be happy again, be the Sayori I've known for so long. But I can only see the strangled corpse dangling from the ceiling fan. Why is this happening to me? I've never felt this way before. Constantly on edge, overthinking and overreacting to news that I should be happy about. Deep and terrible worry whenever I have the slightest bad thought. I can't keep going like this. My hands trembling, I send a message back to Sayori. Glad to hear you doing better. See you soon. See you soon. If I'm not admitted if I'm not admitted myself first. I drag myself upstairs and collapse on my bed. The past couple of days have left me completely drained. I can't bring myself to do much of anything other than worry and sleep. And with the heavy toll this day has taken on me, sleep takes me. Grammar ain't grammar, and yeah. Not the trauma picture. You know, the trauma picture just keeps hitting like a truck. God, I'm in over my head here. Given how quickly my classes are moving, missing 2 days of school has taken a toll on my studies. I have a lot of catching up to do. I can hardly focus on what the teacher is saying. It all seems so trivial given what's happening with Sayori and Natsuki. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing. Sayori may very well be seriously improving. Ah. Every time we see that picture, we start breaking. Maybe Natsuki is telling the truth and I'm just being paranoid. Regardless, one thing's for certain. I'm slowly becoming a nervous wreck. Fantastic. My already dwindling focus runs out completely. All that's on my mind is a sense of foreboding doom and the anxiety of an uncertain future. The lesson from Helmrak mercifully ends as the last bell rings. And just like that, I'm brought back to reality. I hastily chuck my materials into my bag. I'm the first one out the door. Following the now familiar route to the club, I weave through the crowd of students making their way to the staircase. As I come up to the final bend, I hear Monica conversing with someone. Slowing down my pace, I wait just by the corner to not interrupt. A stroke? That's awful, I'm sorry. Yeah, we were all pretty upset. Our whole family was there. She's doing much better now, though. What? That's completely different from what she told me yesterday. Between this and her evasive behavior, I have no idea what's going on. Why would she lie to me? Or Monica? Or both? Was it something I did? Oh, hey guys. Natsuki quickly waves at me and heads inside the club room, beckoning me to follow. As I enter, I hear Monica and Yuri already engaged in a conversation about something. Sounds like they're talking about a book Yuri's been reading. We move past and head straight to the windowsill, our usual spot. Natsuki yanks open the closet door and starts fishing round for her Parfait Girls collection. I hold back. A stroke? Really? I feel a little sick. She is hiding something. That much is clear. But what? I have to broach the subject with it. What does it mean by broach? That one's confusing. Whatever. Natsuki returns, box in hand, and rifles through it for the first volume. I quickly spot it and pull it from the box. Ha. We then slouch down and sit against the wall. Wait, why the first volume? We've already finished that one. Well, looks like we're finally through the first volume. And it only took us a week. Yeah. Now only 11 more parts. I can hardly contain my excitement. Hey, Natsuki lightly punches my arm in retaliation for my remark. Oh, come on. I like Parfait Girls, really. I know you do. You wouldn't have bothered sitting and reading through it with me if you didn't. I think I'd sit through pretty much anything if it was in Natsuki's company. Anyway, I lean forward and shift the box towards me. Running my finger along the volumes, I find the second and swipe it out. I replace it with the old one. Hey, keep them in order. She scoffs before putting the first volume in order with the others. Sorry. Don't worry about it. It just gets confusing otherwise. Good point. I'm sure she'd love the state of my DVD collection. Natsuki yanks the manga out of my hands and flips straight to the first page. She holds it out between us like before. We're only a few pages in when my mind starts to wander. I need to stop putting it off. This is the perfect opportunity to ask what's going on. Monica and Yuri are busy. They left the club room to go look for a hole puncher. It's nearly the end of the club day. We can always come back to her manga, and I really need to know if something's wrong. To hell with it. I'll ask her now. Natsuki. Yeah? I overheard you talking to Monica earlier. You mentioned that someone in your family had a stroke, so you couldn't make it to the festival. Before you say anything, I don't care about the festival. I'm not mad at you. It's just, that's not what you told me, and is something going on? Yes? Got it. Monica swings open the clubroom door, waving the hole puncher around like a trophy. Yuri follows behind her, carrying a box full of lined paper. She sets it down on one of the desks. Natsuki sighs before whispering to me, "Not here." The fountain outside. I nod. Natsuki stands up, stretching for a moment. I follow, stuffing the second volume of Parfait Girls back into the box. Should I bring this outside with me? Maybe just in case she wants to read. I can tell she's upset. Maybe having the books there will take some pressure off of her. As I heft up the box, Monica turns her attention to me. Hey. Monica ushers me over, as Natsuki heads straight out of the clubroom door. Monica's eyes follow her out as her expression changes to a familiar melancholy. Already? We still have 5 minutes left. Her head droops down, now facing towards the floor. I can't tell if it's out of confusion, sadness, or disappointment. Probably all three. None of this has been fair to her, admittedly. I feel terrible for keeping her out of the loop. It's clearly doing a number on her emotions, but it's for the best. Monica takes 2 deep, swift breaths, lifts her head back up, and shrugs. Well, it's not the end of the world. I just wish she could have stayed longer. I need to fill her on the poem activity. Actually, you two are pretty close, right? Can you let her know that I'm trying to get the club back into the swing of writing poems? Yeah, I'll text her. Great, thank you. Also, I know you won't say what happened, but how is Sayori doing? I talked to her last night. She's doing much better. That's great to hear. Just remind her we all care about her, okay? No worries, I will. She smiles at me. Banishment for bots. George isn't a musical term, I don't think. Just don't. Okay. She smiles at me. Oh, don't worry. I'll let you go now. I grab the Parfait Girls box before heading towards the clubroom door. Monica shouts after me one last time. Just don't forget about the poems. I won't. See you tomorrow, I guess. Finally, I weave through the hallways, making my way to the double doors leading out into the courtyard. I spot Natsuki straight away, sitting alone on one of the benches in front of the fountain. I head over and take a seat next to her, setting the manga down next to me. Wow, that's poorly animated. So, Natsuki doesn't respond. She just stares ahead blankly. Natsuki? No response. Would you rather not talk about it? Should we just take I take the second volume of Parfait Girls out of the box. Rifling through the pages, I try to look for the page we left off on. Hey, what page were we on? I remember something about a cafe scene. It's Natsuki. My dad hurts me. Almost every day. He has for as long as I can remember. I missed the festival because he had a bad morning and threw a bottle at me. He stopped me from leaving the house. Made me clean the basement when I cried. I wanted to go. I really did. And straight into trauma. It's funny, really. I did want to perform my poem after all. It probably would have been fun. But, yeah, now you know. Damn! Without even thinking, I pull her close into a warm embrace. She flinches slightly at first, but then reciprocates, gripping me firmly. I feel her jerk back a little. He knows where to hit, so it doesn't show. Hugs hurt a lot. My mind is flooded with 1,000 screaming voices. Rage, sadness, shock. She's been abused this whole time, and I've just stood by, not once thinking about it. Her poems, her absence, her self-isolation, all of them signs that I've ignored. I feel my chest tighten and my lungs start to burn. The familiar sting of anxiety. Natsuki, you can't stay here. You can't stay there. You can't. She looks into my eyes, tears beginning to form. What am I supposed to do, Gas? He decides where I go and when. No one would believe me. I have nowhere to go. And even if I did, the levee breaks. She pulls herself into me, tears staining my shirt. Between sobs, she's barely able to choke out a sentence. Yes, I can't live like this anymore. But I don't know what I can do. I have an extra room. You'd be safe. This probably won't be a permanent solution, but it'll get you away for long enough for us to do something about him. You just need a way out, and you need it now. Natsuki wipes her tears from her eyes and shakes her head. You know I can't do that. I don't want to be a burden to you. Besides, he would never let me go, no matter what. He'll never let me go. I mean, I could get you out of there, or at least I could try. Give me, I don't know, a day? I'll come up with something, some way. There has to be a way. Gas? I'm serious, Natsuki. Yeah! This is the mod where we can do... You have to go in like 15 minutes? Ah, damn! You always have to leave in like 15 minutes when things are getting good. I'm serious, Natsuki. She sits silent for a moment. Natsuki pulls away from me, wiping a tear from her cheek and sniffling. You can't get involved, Gas. I shouldn't have even. Please, we'll figure it out. I can't let you stay there, Natsuki. You don't get it. This will only make things worse. Think about long-term, Gas. I don't know if we should do this, or if it'll even change anything in the first place. I know that you want to help, but, Natsuki, the one thing we should be concerned about now is your safety. Because it's not going to get better if you stay. We both know that what he's doing isn't okay, so I'm trying to put a stop to it now. Please work with me here. I already told you I have a spare room, for as long as you'll need it. We just need to get you and your stuff out of there as soon as we can. Please. She takes a deep breath. Damn it, Gas. Why do you have to make this so hard? I don't know, okay? I just don't know. Natsuki stares at the ground silently. I can only assume she's mulling the options over in her head. Taking a deep breath, she makes up her mind. As if on command, she rises from the bench. I follow. You're right. I know it's not okay. Would you really want me over? Without a doubt. As long as it can keep you safe. We just need to figure out how to, well, get you out of there first. Does she even need to go home? I mean, I could just walk into my house now. It wouldn't work. He's expecting me home 45 minutes ago. Jesus fucking Christ. Feel a pit in my stomach, a tightening knot of unease. And what happens if she's late? I don't want her to get hurt. And I need my stuff. Clothes, medication, you know? It can't be okay. Tomorrow, then. We can't waste time. You have to get your stuff packed and ready to go. I'll have time to figure out how the hell we're even gonna... This is so messed up. My heart is going about a mile a minute. But I need to try to keep it together and figure out something out for her. But I don't know if I can. Hearing that one of my friends had to go through, I choked up a little. Damn it, Gas. Are you okay? You're getting a little... No, I'm fine. We just have to figure this out. I think I... Jesus Christ. Hold up. I think I know what to... The buzz of a mobile phone startles both of us. We fall dead silent. Natsuki slowly pulls her phone out of her pocket and puts a finger in front of her mouth, mimicking a sush. She starts to wander away from the bench to avoid the gushing noise of the fountain. With bated breath, she answers. And honestly, it's fine, McKinnish. Seconds go by, followed by minutes. Each one feels like an hour. Each one worse than the last. Several steps behind, I can still make out her father's shouts over the line, her expression dropping more and more with each and every word. Natsuki visibly flinches a couple of times, yanking the phone away from her ear as she does. Before long, it's over, and Natsuki turns to me, defeated. Natsuki sighs. I've got to go home now. I'll walk with you. I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, I do need to find out how to get to your house, and I want to be there for you. She gulps. Okay. We should go then. Natsuki wipes her face with her sleeve and sniffles. Nodding, I quickly collect the Parfait Girls collection before we rush out of the school gates. While we're walking, she shoots a quizzical look my way. By the way, why did you bring Parfait Girls? I thought that you'd want to read. So you brought the whole box? I don't know. I thought maybe you'd like having it nearby, you know? Like a comfort thing? I guess it is, isn't it? Never really thought about it that way. She pauses. Well, I can't exactly take it home with me. Dad would. Don't worry. I'll keep it at my place. For safekeeping. Too late. Take it back to the club. Too late to take it back to the club, I take it? Yeah. Fine. She appears to be uncomfortable with the decision. Before showing a weak smile. Just be careful with them, okay? They're important to me. Of course. We step out onto the sidewalk outside the school gate. Natsuki leading the way. Things are gonna get really fucking hectic. Really fucking fast. Our entire walk is punctuated by silence. But as we turn the corner, Natsuki speaks up. It'll be that one up on the right. She motions towards her house, her arm wavering a little. We stop a few doors down. Not quite sure of what to say now, I set the manga down on the sidewalk for a moment. Natsuki stops before giving my hand a quick squeeze. I return the gesture, making sure to be careful. I don't want to hurt her. I'll see you tomorrow. At the club. Gas? Thank you. She whispers, her voice shaking. That must have taken her a lot to say. It's okay. I try to reassure her, but I can't even reassure myself. She releases me from her grip. I think it's best you hold back here. Uneasy, I nod and wait a few doors down. Natsuki continues on. Oh, damn it. Natsuki continues onward, head down, clutching her backpack. As she approaches her house, her head cranes up. A gruff voice calls down to her, telling her to get inside. A pang of dread shoots through my body as I quickly hide behind the nearby fence gate. I hope he didn't see me. God knows what would happen if he did. Peeking behind the fence, I get a quick look at Natsuki's father, a heavily built man in what looks like his late 40s. His posture, skin tone, and muscles suggest a life of manual labor. He's up on a balcony, taking a final drag from a lit cigarette. He carelessly flicks the near-finished butt over the edge of the balcony, landing somewhere in the street. The man then promptly turns around, yanking the door open. I hear a crash, and he slams it behind him. Natsuki chances one final glance my way. I raise my hand in a goodbye wave. She raises hers, shouldering her bag in the process. However, she immediately jerks forward as the front door to her house opens and she slowly steps in. And like that, Natsuki's gone. I feel awful, but there's no way around leaving her here, just for tonight. Regardless of what's done is done. I need to get home, if only to figure out my next move. Speaking of, I whip out my phone and snap a photo of Natsuki's place, so I have something concrete to form a plan with. With nothing else to do here, I pick up Parfait Girls, turn around, and begin the trek home. 3 rings going on 4. Come on, pick up. Yes, hey. Hey, Sayori. How are you? She pauses for a moment. The best I've been doing in years. I actually feel alright. I find it difficult to express my relief. I knew that getting professional help would be good for her, but I assumed it would be a more gradual process. Honestly, I'm really happy for you, Sayori. Thanks, Cass. I actually don't have to stay here anymore. Mom's on her way to pick me up, so I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, nice. Oh, I forgot. The doctor said I could probably go to school tomorrow if I wanted. That's great. Just remember, you don't have to come to the club if you don't want to. No, I do. Really do. I love the literature club. Besides, I'm the vice president. I can't just shirk my responsibilities like that. She's almost acting like her normal self. It's honestly terrifying how she was on Monday compared to now. It seems like she wants to move past what happened. On one hand, I'm all for trying to create a more positive environment for her. On the other hand, I guess if you really want to. Want to walk to school with me? Of course I do, Cass. Like always. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. See you tomorrow. Don't forget about your alarm. I won't. Bye. She hangs up. I sigh as I set my phone down on the counter. I just hope that Sayori didn't notice that I wasn't all there. I'm so exhausted by what happened today. I'm just unable to really express anything. However, I am genuinely relieved to hear she seems to be improving. Hopefully tomorrow won't be too much for her. I fixed myself a simple dinner, which is quickly scarfed down before tossing the dishes into the sink. I should wash them, but I just don't have the energy right now. I'll do them later. Right now, the only thing on my mind is Natsuki. I sit on my bed, trying to drown out my thoughts by scrolling aimlessly through my phone. It's not working. Sayori is safe at least, but that's one worry off the table for right now. But Natsuki, well, where do I begin? Her own father beating and berating her? While scrolling through my phone, I come across the picture I took of Natsuki's house. Oh, I sense a plan coming together in my head. I may well have a way to get her out if I zoom in on the picture, inspecting it meticulously. I think I know exactly what to do. Exiting out of my gallery, I strike up a text conversation with Natsuki. I frantically type out my instructions for her step by step. However, my eyes are drawn to our old text conversation from when we were planning for her visit last Sunday. I can't help but notice how happy she was to come over. Should I have seen the problem then? Come to think of it, before that day, I've never really seen Natsuki truly excited before. God, how long has this been going on? I finish typing the plans out and send my message. I just hope that she's okay. We honestly might be. We're at least having mental problems like anxiety. Like really, really bad anxiety that's causing us to panic a lot. And we're having panic attacks because, well, our friend nearly died, our other friend is being beaten. Like, come on. Everything is fucked up. Man, I like tea. I'm glad that I got a glass. It helps a lot for this game. Everything is fucked up. Yeah, that is literally the only way to put it. Everything is fucked. I wait in front of Sayori's house. She should be out by now. Even with my patchy sleep schedule, well, I was able to get up in time. Hell, I even managed to fit a quick shower in. Doing so during these days of stress does wonders for my anxieties in the short term. Although obviously, that feeling didn't stay long. Natsuki still hasn't texted back. I hope that she saw my message at least. But my best bet at the moment is hoping she shows up at the club later. Then I could try and talk to her. Yes. Sayori runs towards me, shutting her front door behind her. I'm so sorry, I kept hitting the snooze button. I didn't wake up until the last alarm. Seems some things never change. It's alright. I didn't even get to read that. It's alright, I haven't been waiting long. She turns her run into a tackling hug and nearly knocks me off my feet. Oof, easy. She steps back and smiles. It's good to see you. How are you feeling? Great, actually. I get to see the literature club again. I can't help but still be concerned. Is this happiness merely temporary? Or is she suppressing her true emotions? What she sews on the outside could very well be another mask that she put on just to persuade me into believing otherwise. Sayori, you can always... My voice trails off. Damn it. I don't even know how to finish that. Why wouldn't she know that? An awkward silence lingers between us. I know, Gaz. I'll be okay. We should probably get to school. Oh yeah, sorry. We take our leave, heading down the street and turning the corner together. The last bell rings, and as I take my usual route to the literature club, turning the corner, I'm surprised to see Natsuki loitering outside the club room door. Hey Natsuki. Yes, I got your messages. I still don't know about all this. I mean, what are we even gonna do after? We'll figure something out. Shit. We talk to the school or the police or... No. She speaks in a hushed tone. We can't get the police involved. She pauses before glancing away and down at her feet. I'm not 18 yet. If we go to the police, I could get sent straight back to him. I don't want... That doesn't sound right. Why would they care about her age? No, that makes no sense. Why would the cops take you back there after what he's done to you? Natsuki, please, think this through. Cops will not take you back to your father. Yes, I wanted to believe you. But I know that there's always a chance, and even a slim possibility of going back to him after that. I can't, okay? I hesitate for a second. I'm not convinced. This doesn't sound right at all. But since we've got no safer alternatives, I'll have to go along with it. But still, I'm not convinced. Okay, when is your birthday anyway? I'm honestly shocked that I've never asked before. Here I am, inviting this girl to stay with me for her indefinite time, and I don't even know her birthday. 5th of November. So about a month, give or take a few days. Could just wait until then to... Natsuki, another month there is another month he can hurt you. And I can't sit back and watch that happen. I refuse. I pause to take a breath. A month away. It'll be easier to just hide out until then. We can manage that. I know we can. Then as soon as your birthday comes around, Jesus guys. I don't know. It works, but a month? It's better than staying there. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she's like 17. Because considering it said a month and she's not 18 yet, that would mean that in a month she turns 18, which means she's 17 currently. Also, who the hell keeps pinging in Discord? What the hell keeps going off? It's better than staying there. I guess so. You gotta understand, this isn't easy for me. She swallows and winches, her hands caressing and brushing the hem of her shirt. Yeah, I'll do it. It's gonna be okay, Natsuki. Hey, what happened to your blazer? Long story. I nod in understanding. The sound of Sayori's distinctive laugh catches our attention. Natsuki sighs and turns her focus to the clubroom door. Damn it, I almost forgot. The actual club. Yeah. Trying to push my fears to the back of my mind, we finally head into the clubroom. I glance inside the clubroom. I see Yuri and Sayori sitting together. They've got themselves a spot against the wall, deep in conversation. Sayori said to me that Yuri's been a good friend to her recently. I really want to know what they're talking about. But I can already guess. They still haven't seemed to notice us, so I gently cough to get their attention. Oh, yes. How long have you been there? Just arrived. Everything okay? Sayori looks over at Yuri, who's gone back to her usual spot by the corner. Yeah, everything's good. Natsuki waves at Sayori, heading toward the closet door. I lower my voice. You sure? Yes. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Are you still gonna... Yes. Just let me handle it, okay? I really do appreciate the worry, but I have to talk to Natsuki and Monika about it. What about me? The abrupt arrival of Monika catches us off guard, especially with how it seems that she's been listening to the conversation. Makes me wonder how long she's been waiting to butt in. Yeah, about that. Sayori, yes. Can we talk? I can't get a read on her. I don't know if she's annoyed or worried. Both, probably. Both. Probably both. Actually, Monika, I think it'd be easier to just address it now. Natsuki's head perks up from her manga. I motioned for her to come over. She gets up and rejoins the rest of us, silently but filled with anticipation. Alright, what's going on? Are you okay? Well, Sayori raises her hand up to silence me. Monika, I'm really sorry for ruining the festival. I know how important that was to you, and Sayori pauses. I can see her trying to compose herself. I did something really bad. Something I shouldn't have done. And if it wasn't for Gas, he saved my life. I sure didn't expect Sayori to put it that bluntly. I'm simultaneously impressed with and worried by how she's handling this. Monika, on the other hand, is bewildered. Saved your life? She stops mid-sentence and blinks. Oh my god, Sayori. I'm really sorry. Sayori, there's nothing to be sorry for. I'm sorry for even... I didn't realize that. She stands shocked by Sayori's admission. Natsuki walks away as if in a daze and collapses in a desk by the closet. Yuri quietly makes her way over to Natsuki, kneeling down beside her. I need to check on her. Listen, Sayori, we're here for you. All of us. Monica trails off and looks away, stumbling over her words. It's the first time I've seen her truly speechless. Jesus Christ. After a few seconds, she's able to respond properly. I don't mean to put this aside. Just for the time being, we should probably resume our club activities. She faces Sayori directly, but if you need to talk at all, I'm here, okay? Oh, I'll be okay. But thank you. Sayori gives Monica a quick hug and heads to her seat. As Sayori passes me, I feel her hand brush against mine. A silent thank you. I head over to where Natsuki is sitting. Yuri stands up and heads over to Sayori, nodding to me as she leaves. It's only right now that I realize that Yuri wasn't there for what Sayori said. Then again, I think it'd be better for her to be told face to face anyway. I'll need to thank her for helping Natsuki too. Speaking of, I feel really bad for her right now. Everything happening with her home life should be enough to send anyone past the brink. Now she's found out what happened to Sayori. She seems so calm. It's almost eerie how little emotion she displays. The fact that she had to hide her emotions like this for so long is gut-wrenching. I just hope things can be made right. Seems that way? But once again, I'm not sure. Things are complicated all the time with this game, so you never know. We'll find out by the end of it, though, that's for sure. Natsuki and I quietly head to the closet and take our spots under the windowsill. I carefully withdraw the Parfait Girls volume from my bag. So, where were we last? Jesus, Natsuki, are you not even going to talk about what happened? She looks over to Sayori, who's quietly writing in a notebook and chatting with Yuri. I sigh deeply. Listen, I'm sorry that you were one of the last ones to find out. She wanted to own it, I guess. Tell people herself. I guess when all else fails, taking control is the last thing you can do. I can understand that. I'm glad she's feeling better. I mean, I don't even think I could begin to imagine how worried you are right now. I pause, looking right into her eyes and sigh. Then I tell the truth. I don't think a day's gone by where I haven't had some kind of anxious breakdown. I'm terrified where I wasn't before. Seeing her here, though, it helps. Nat closes her eyes and exhales. Crap. I'm sorry for bringing it up. No, it's fine. I'm fine. You sure as hell don't sound fine to me. You do realize that you can tell me the truth, right? I already did. And I already regret it. No, I'm not having any of that. In order for this to work, we both need to trust each other. To trust to Jesus Christ, why the grammar no grammar? It's not just a one-way street, understand? I wasn't open to you about my dad. You need to be open with me about whatever issues you have. Yeah, thanks. Even in this nice moment, I'm dragged back to reality, but my main concern right now is getting you out of that house. Hey, we'll talk about that later. Right now, she points at the manga I've been holding for the past while, my grip showing with more creases on the front page. Manga? Yeah. Natsuki sighs. Page 29, right? I think so, yeah. We quickly pick up where we left off. Just monkey brain. Yes. No grammar, just monkey brain. Before we know it, a whole hour has passed. I can't tell if that was the shortest or longest one of my life. We must have only gotten through 4 or 5 pages. Neither of us could really focus. Constantly glancing back and forth at each other, terrified about the night ahead. But I shake the feeling off as Natsuki taps my shoulder. Looking around, I see Sayori and Monica are talking closely with one another. Silently, I gather up my things and get ready to leave. Hey, I'm sorry we didn't really get to read much today. It's okay, guys. Do you want me to walk you home? I can't. In fact, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. But I needed to I needed to I needed to leave a few minutes ago. You'll be over later. Yeah, get your things ready. I'll give you a call. Alright. She nervously looks away. Hey, you'll be okay. I'll be waiting for you. She lets go, and I watch her bolt out of the door in a half sprint. I notice Sayori giving a quick goodbye to Monica before following through the door. I stare down into the black abyss of my half-open bag. My vision starts going fuzzy. A sinking feeling squeezes my lungs. My hand finds the desk corner and grips it for dear life. I stave it off with a mental mantra. Everything will be okay. It will be okay soon. Everything will be okay. It'll be okay soon. Gas? Eh? Yuri's not the type to start conversations, especially with me. So seeing her taking the initiative here is a bit odd, but I don't question it for now. I don't mean to startle you. Oh, don't worry, you didn't. I was just trying to, you know, what? Never mind. What's up? Well, I was just wondering if you would like to walk home together. Oh. I just noticed how Sayori and you walk home a lot, and was wondering if you want to since, you know. Even if it's odd coming from her, I actually appreciate the sentiment right about now. I don't really want to walk home alone. Not right now. Sure, that'd be nice actually. Yuri gives the tiniest of smiles, still avoiding direct eye contact. Oh great, let me pick up my things. She grabs her black bag and heads towards the door. I wave to Monica, who seems to be staring at her desk. She doesn't acknowledge us. We head towards the school doors. So, an uncomfortable silence. Sorry, I didn't really know what to talk about. Maybe we should discuss earlier. Great, that's about the last thing I want to bring up. I'd rather not. Too soon? Yeah. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Okay, another memory just came back. Just a fair warning, this goes into, like, everything that both Part 1 and Part 2 of the main game went into. So, like, all of the crazies that went on, except for the death, for the most part. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, think back to Yuri in Part 2, which was sort of the second half of it. We ran into her in the hall, and there was things on the arms. That makes sense? We'll go into that as well in this game, if my memory serves correctly. Yeah! You know, things are gonna get really fucked up. I don't know. I don't remember. No, it's fine. I just don't want to talk about it right now. But hey, I will give you this much. At least she's not as insanely crazy in this, because it's Part 1 version of her. We really are gonna be depressed after this. That's understandable. I was just concerned as to how Sayori is feeling. Oh, I think she's doing better now that it's out there. Mm-hmm. I sigh as she seems to drift back into another one of her daydreams, both of us continuing our walk in silence. We are really gonna be hyper depressed after this shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the only one who's fairly normal, and she's gonna probably end up with mental problems like me after all of this. Like both of us just having anxiety attacks one after another because these guys keep trying to die. Yay, anxiety attacks. As we exit the school, my eyes rest on the fountain. Memories of yesterday come crawling back, and the weight of my task ahead looms. If I could only just let it out. I shake my head. No, Natsuki wants this kept quiet. There's no way I could ever explain all this to Yuri. I have no idea how she'd respond anyway. I don't really know how she'd respond to much at all. It's only just now I realize just how little I know about her. And even with all this time to socialize, we've barely talked. And she's looking at me with concern, so I should just say something already. You're a very mysterious person, you know. Eh? Oh, do you think that's a bad thing? I mean, not really. I just don't really know what you like beyond horror novels and tea. I suppose that's purely my fault for not reaching out to you. Well, not really. I like to keep myself fairly secluded. That includes my personal life and any hobbies I take part in. Even my friends like Sayori don't know much about me out of school, and that is deliberate. What? Sayori and Yuri have been talking to each other for ages. Last I heard from Sayori, they even tried becoming pen pals. Although I don't think that worked out too well, considering hardly anyone knows where Yuri lives at all and all. But still, the fact that they've been this close and Yuri is still so secretive. Before I know it, I'm now the one being pulled out of a daydream as Yuri speaks up. I just feel safer being alone, if that makes any sense. I chuckle at the irony of that statement. Yet you're the one who invited me on a walk. Well, you're different. Kind of like Sayori. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable around you. It's weird. I'm sorry for bringing it up. No, it's fine. I just feel like I can let my guard down more when you are around. I like that. She exhales deeply. I'm sorry. I must sound crazy. I mean, out of all the things that happened this week, this is probably the most normal moment I've had. So no. A pause is left in the conversation as Yuri sighs again, speaking up in a more optimistic tone. I'm glad. Thank God this is Act 1 Yuri. Because Jesus Christ, Act 2 Yuri was... what the fuck? The main character is just fighting for his life. I don't think it's his feelings, it is just he's mentally not stable anymore. He's fucked up at the moment and he's gonna just... everything's wrong. Hey, thanks for the company. Wouldn't be the same walking home alone again. Which, speaking of, you said Sayori is someone else you're comfortable with. Yes. She's been a good friend lately. Very approachable, I suppose is a good way to put it. And an apt listener. Something you two have in common, it looks like. I am sorry if I ramble on too much. Not at all. And yeah, Sayori is a good friend. Natsuki has been too. I've noticed the two of you have gotten close lately. I'm sure Monica is glad everyone's getting along. Well, most of us. Hey, look. I doubt Natsuki hates you. You're just very different people with different hobbies and interests. She's also very open and direct about what she likes, and you keep things Close to the chest? Yeah, that. Yuri sighs. I really do need to reach out to her more, don't I? Oh. Shit. When I saw her on Yuri stops with a mild squeak. She... what? Nothing. Did you see us on Tuesday? I didn't know it was both of you. Oh. Well, shit. Please don't be angry. No. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I sigh, rubbing my forehead. She just had to make me say it. I tell her more of the truth, my voice taking a defeated tone. Yeah, we saw each other on Tuesday. She didn't want to come inside the club room. Why not? I guess she felt guilty. Thought you and Monica would be mad at her. And back to the partial truths. Monica, maybe a little, but I was just glad she was okay. I made sure Monica didn't know. I think she would have chased Natsuki down the halls in worry. Yeah, probably. I was able to calm her down eventually, though. Huh? Why wouldn't she be calm? Did the stress from us potentially being mad at her really get to her that much? Well, excuse time, again. Yes and no. What do you mean? I shift, my head craning its way down to the ground. I hate doing this, but I can't. No, shut up. Just say something already. One of her family members had a stroke. Seeing Yuri's eyes go wide with shock at my deceit. I hate this. Oh my. I'm so sorry. It's fine. I think she said that they're doing better now. Natsuki's a good friend, even if we fight. And I wouldn't want her to suffer in silence because of this. You're a kind person, Gas. I know that if anyone is able to comfort Natsuki during this, it's you. Yeah. I hope I can. Yeah, no, that would not be good company right now. It would be... holy shit. Things aren't going well. The evening breeze gives me a slight chill as I notice the sun is beginning to set. I look up and admire it, now enjoying the chill more than I just had. Neither of us muster up any words for quite a while. I guess I'm so used to Sayori, who never really finds a lull in the conversation, that Yuri's frequent silence and daydreaming feels really awkward. It's just who she is, I guess. I'm sure I could grow to appreciate it. But I'd much rather talk. I'd much rather like to calmly talk to her instead. Even then, I think she somehow finds it easier to talk to me than almost anyone else. But I would much rather focus on other things first, like helping Natsuki escape her house without getting caught. I look ahead and see a large crowd of students mingling outside a local shop. Hold on. That gives me an idea. I wait until we stop at crosswalk, and then try to get her attention. Hey, Yuri. Her face once again lifts up and brings her back to reality. Though instead of startling her, she seems unfazed. Do you mind if we take an alternate route? For what purpose? The only alternate route is to our left, and Yuri looks in the same direction as I was, at the group of students. Oh. I just know you don't like crowds too much and all. Well, I'm not really in the mood right now. Yuri looks at the crowd again, and back to me. Well, thank you for your consideration. In that case, we'll go the alternate path. I breathe out in relief, everything going according to the shoddy plan I have. She indicates towards a smaller street on our immediate left. Here. We turn, heading away from the crowded streets of downtown. I've seen this neighborhood before, but this is my first time actually walking in it. It's kind of like my own middle-class housing. Mostly. Some food shops and businesses. The scent of sugar and fresh bread from a nearby bakery immediately provides a warm atmosphere. Yeah, good choice. Hold on. I recognize a faint memory of the street before me. And just like that, memories come flushing back. Wait, no way, I remember this. My parents used to take me out this way when I was young. There's a playground on the other side here. Down the hill, I think, where Sayori and I used to play. You've walked this road every day? Not every day, but when it's necessary. It's a good spot. Sayori would love it here. She does. In fact, I showed her this spot a long while ago. Hopefully she remembers. I begin to smile, remembering the various things Sayori and I got up to down there. I remember... Yes, no, we're gonna rescue Natsuki. I find it funny that you just completely forgot about that part. I remember one day we had gotten into a lot of trouble for staying out too late. We didn't have a watch. I lightly chuckle at the memory, and then get taken out of my fantasies as I hear a giggle come from my left. I take it you're enjoying the walk. Yeah, actually. It's much more nice than I thought it was going to be. Oh? Did you not think it was going to be nice? Oh, god damn it. What? No. Well, I mean, yes. I sigh for what feels like the millionth time today. Me and my big mouth. Here lets out a small grin. Lets a small grin shine through her otherwise neutral expression. You know what I mean. Yes, more than you think. I always enjoy going the scenic route, especially down here. Oh, by the way, the playground you mentioned is over there, down that other road. I turned my head up ever so slightly to see it exactly how I remembered it. It's almost as if I was trapped in that moment in time, never aging past the last time I saw it. Wow, that's a blast from the past. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself this much. Me too. Come to think of it, how are your walks home usually? Well, they're alright. Made a whole lot better when I'm walking with Sayori. She seems to just lighten up everything wherever she goes. I don't know how she does it. It hasn't been the same for a while. I don't know. Things are changing so fast. Sayori and I were close friends. And Natsuki and I got really close too. But now Sayori is, Natsuki has her own problems. It's like life slammed on the gas pedal and I'm just going up, and I'm just along for the ride. Walking home alone used to clear my head. Now from the events of just 1 week, I don't know. I can understand why you feel overwhelmed. Life throws a curveball and you find yourself having to adapt under pressure. It's a major adjustment to make, having to think on one's feet. An encroachment upon your comfort zone and what you deem normal, stable, safe. I recently had that happen to me with Sayori. She nods. She explained everything to me before the club meeting started. It made sense given what facts I knew, but it didn't change how you felt. No, I get it. I didn't really know how to react. With how Natsuki has been feeling as well, it hit me like a 1-2 punch. And I don't know how to deal with it. It's not like anyone gets an instruction manual with life. I just don't know how I can help them. I think the best you can do is to be supportive in a laissez-faire fashion. Oh wait, I know what laissez-faire is. It's a free trade market. Or something like that. I don't remember. Oh yeah, no. I always get deeply suspicious with that. But Yuri is technically a yandere. She always is. But she's not as purely... What laissez-faire means, or yandere? What? Oh, the MC doesn't either. Means a hands-off approach. Giving room, but being present. Does that make sense? I don't know about that. I feel like if I'm not around, something bad is going to happen. Things just constantly run through my head about what could be happening. At least if I'm there, God damn it. At least if I'm there, I know if something's gone wrong, you know? I'm not sure if that's a healthy approach, guess. But, you said something was wrong with Natsuki. Damn it. Yeah. She asked me to keep it on the down low, though. I understand. I was just worried about her when she almost collapsed into her chair back in the club. Oh. I think that what Sayori said just really got to her is all. It did. Oh yeah. You went to talk to her, right? Yes. I've seen Natsuki upset many times, but that was different. She seemed scared. I tried to comfort her. But I'm not particularly adept with that. Firstly, nonsense. You're a great listener. Secondly, yeah, she's plenty scared. I am too. About a lot of things. After a moment, she speaks up. Here, take her right across the street. Yeah, this is looking familiar now. You really should explore more, Gas. Might find shortcuts you never knew existed. Yeah, or I could end up stabbed in a dark alley. Jesus fucking Christ. Just every moment just makes it worse. I didn't mean go exploring downtown. It's just a joke. There's barely any crime here. We turn onto my road. Thanks for suggesting the alternate route today. Yeah, it's no problem. I enjoyed it too. I think it really cleared my mind. And as you said, I'm really not in the mood for large crowds. Especially right now. They just make me anxious? Oh, more or less. You know, you must have had a problem with this as well. Well, with what's going on, can you blame me? No, not at all. There's a bout of silence between us, but as I look to the side, I debate filling her in. She's been nothing but supportive so far. I gave her the short version. I found Sayori when she hit. I take a deep breath and focus. It really messed with me. That's all I really want to say right now. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. She didn't tell me it was you. That explains a lot. Are you doing alright now? That must have been extremely traumatic. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. No, you're not. As I notice my house getting closer, I start to walk a little slower. I've got a while yet before I need to go to Nats, so I might as well try talk to Yuri a little more. Well, this is my place. Ah, I see. Well, this was nice. Yeah, it was. Again, thank you for the alternate route. I quite enjoyed it. Me too. Another awkward pause looms over the conversation. There's just not much else to say after everything that's happened today. Just to let you know, if you ever want to, I'm always able to talk in the club. Wow, that's actually really kind of her. And not at all what I'd expect her to ever say. Mostly because I don't know if she'd even respond to me out of pure anxiety or whatever else she has going on. But I don't want to encourage her in this. It's a nice thing to do, and giving her the support to do these things can go a long way. Thanks, Yuri. It means a lot. Really. She awkwardly glances away, but not without smiling. Good. I hope she knows that I'm at least somewhat approachable. Well, thank you for this. Today, I mean. My already present smile now grows into a grin. Hey, it's nothing. It's getting late. My apologies, but I must go now. No, you're good. Have a nice day. Yuri sighs. You too. She looks away, takes one last look back at me, then goes into a speed walk down the road. I hope she doesn't live far. She is right, after all. It is getting dark. Speaking of getting dark, walking with Yuri's cat. Yuri was cathartic, avoiding the time I'd otherwise be fretting with mild panic. But that doesn't change what's about to happen. I should start getting ready. Yeah, things are chaotic. Um, I don't know why she would have tried to kill herself in this scenario if it wasn't due to Monica, but I believe it's sort of an alternate reality type of thing. At least currently, I believe it's an alternate reality type thing, where Sayori just had depression for a long time, and she eventually just could not handle it anymore. In the base game, it was definitely Monica's fault. Did she? Huh. Good to know. I don't think I remember seeing blood on her hands, but good to know. I kick off my school clothes and toss them into the corner. I'll wash and iron them later. I don the clothes I prepared yesterday. Black hoodie, jeans, shirt, shoes, bandana too, but I shouldn't need that. Christ, I look like a home invader. Isn't that exactly what I'm doing? Shut up, brain. I take a deep breath. Here's hoping that this isn't a complete disaster. I've been messaging her since I got back home with no answer. Part of me thinks I should call it off, but I cannot let her stay there. All questions of doubt are pushed to the back of my mind. Safety is my only concern right now. God knows I've not been very lucky lately, but I'll just have to make do with what I have and hope things go well. I take another breath. Here we go. I message Natsuki of my departure and head out the door. Technically speaking, we are a home invader currently, but we're doing it for a good reason, so eh, I think it balances itself out. The bus is oddly silent this evening. Good enough for me, I suppose. Less people to see me. I feel like I'm committing a crime. I should focus on my breathing for now. I rest my face in my palms. With all that's happened in the past couple of days, I've needed a moment like this. I guess this would be the calm before the storm, wouldn't it? Well, considering that my best friend almost killing herself is still before the storm, in hindsight, that train of thought doesn't exactly inspire confidence. That plus the added worry of whether or not Natsuki's gonna be alright after this. I shake at the thought. I shouldn't worry about that right now. I have to focus on how to get her out of that place. As if on cue, the bus arrives right where I need to get off. Just at the bottom of the street, Natsuki lives in. I sigh. I press the stop button and wait until the doors open. A sense of dread washes over me as the door creaks open. Well, it's now or never. The cold breeze grazes me as I step out of the bus. I look around at my surroundings, the street dimly lit, and there's no one in sight. These are the perfect conditions to remain unseen. Maybe luck really is on my side after all. This is the place. I shiver. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I must be crazy. I sigh. I get closer to the house and look at the windows to see if anyone is inside. Nothing. I take a look at the front door. And then my eyes are drawn towards a car parked out front. It must be his. It's old, but the design hints that it's worth a substantial amount. At least as far as I can tell. I've never been very interested in cars. But that doesn't matter. Now all I know is I have another thing to worry about. I quickly pull out my phone and give her a call. Just as I dial out, I feel something pulse right by my foot. I peer down to take a look, and I see what is undoubtedly her phone. Or was. I flip the phone over. A web of cracks span across the screen. Judging by the height of the window above, I have a strong hunch of where it came from. Shit. But why? This must be some twisted penance for her attendance at the club today, most likely. And the broken phone raises yet another issue. How am I supposed to get Natsuki's attention without alerting her father? It seems impossible, but my mind persists to try and think of a solution. I look down to see several pebbles scattered over the concrete pavement. I could always just throw one of these at the window and try to get her attention. I pick up the pebble, but hesitate when going for a throw. I should really be having second thoughts about this. I mean, her dad may well end up hearing the pebble hit the window. What's even worse is that this could be his room I'm about to chuck the pebble at. But I don't exactly have options here. To hell with it. I have to try. I take a deep breath. I just have to be careful. I throw it with enough force to make a loud bang. Too loud. Nothing. Crap, I thought I was gonna do at least something. As soon as I begin to doubt this is going to work, I see some movement from behind the curtains. Before I even have the chance to think about it, the window swings open, and all my tension melts away. It's Natsuki. I can just barely see her, but I know that short stature anywhere. She speaks in a whisper that's still loud enough for me to barely hear. Psst. What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm doing what we planned. Oh really? Because I don't remember planning for you to chuck shit at my window. She looks away for a moment. You could have woken my dad up. I didn't really have another way. Sorry. Whatever, you're here now. We just need to be really careful about this. Let's get you up here. For your stuff, right? Yeah. I can't lift it by myself. I need your help. What? Shh. I had to pack a lot of shit in there. So just get up here and help me. How? Give me a sec. Natsuki disappears out of view for 2, maybe 3 agonizing minutes. When she returns, she's carrying 2 large lengths of cloth bound together at the middle. She launches one end out the window and starts tying the other to the window railing. Natsuki, Jesus Christ. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. We can't use the stairs. They creak a ton. God damn it, my phone's being stupid. You know, she lifted the bags full of baking supplies and she can't pick up her fucking box. Yeah, no. What does she think we're gonna do? I haven't got any better ideas. I nod. Okay. Just give me a second. Here we go. I grab hold of the green bed sheets with both hands before stopping and preparing myself. I look left and right, scanning the street for any car lights. None that I see coming. Now is my chance. I lift my right leg and prop it against the wall, and I adjust my grip, pulling myself up a little. My hands are starting to ache already. I pull again, this time stepping up with my left. I quickly get into the pattern. Right, up, left, up. Right, up, left, up. Looking down, I realize I'm already most of the way there. I clench my eyes shut, trying not to focus on the pain in my hands. After a couple more tugs, I reach the top. Now to get over the railing. Haul my left leg up and over the railing, managing to get it inside. Now I'm most of the way through, straightening myself out, so I'm now sitting upright in the middle of the window. I pull my right leg over too. And like that, I'm inside Natsuki's room. My arms and shoulders ache like hell, but I did it. I get a good look at Natsuki. Oh my god. Shh. It's not as bad as it looks. Let's just focus on getting out of here, okay? Okay. She looks like she's been kicked in the face. Blood from her nose looks dry. She hasn't been able to clean herself up. Jesus. After seething anger boils up within me. But I choke it down. I just want to hold her and tell her it's going to be okay. I try to focus, pushing aside my mental unease and physical pain. Natsuki looks at me with pleading eyes. Getting out of here, right? I motion towards Natsuki's bed where her suitcase lays open. It's mostly packed, but there's more clothes on the bed. She nods and starts throwing more in. As I join Natsuki to pack clothes with her, something catches my attention. Her school blazer ripped at the sleeve, just like everything else, broken and tossed aside. I throw it in regardless and start zipping up the suitcase, being as quiet as I can. Natsuki glances across her room and sighs. She gives me a thumbs up. I nod and peer out the window. Her bag isn't light, and that's a long way down. My shoulders hurt just thinking about it. I look at Nat, then down to the ground. She frowns for a moment, then quickly picks up a bed pillow, tossing it out the window. It's a sizable one, too. Oh, Nat, you genius. I put the bag on the sill, looking for the pillow, not too far from the sidewalk. If it lands on the concrete, I don't think about it. I take a second to aim and drop it. It seems to fall in slow motion, or at least that's how it feels, but it lands on the pillow. I breathe a sigh of relief. I motion Nat to go. She looks worried, but walks over and grips the makeshift bedsheet rope. She takes a last look at her room, and her eyes water up. I feel terrible. She has to leave everything in here. But it's for the best. She nods and descends. I keep a hand on the bedsheet for safety. A minute goes by before I feel a tug. She's made it. I peer out the window. Car. I duck back into the window, seeing Natsuki take cover behind the wall. It comes closer. And passes by without incident. Jesus Christ. I take a deep breath. Back to amateur rappelling. Repelling. I slowly inch my way down as I did before. You know, fuck. Car. My arms are begging for mercy. Oh shit. I couldn't even read what my character said. Hold up. I'm so close. I can just about Shit. I land on the concrete, pain shooting up my side. The green bed sheet rope piles up on top of me. Seems like it came loose. Natsuki gasps. Cass, are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Natsuki helps me up, grabbing the bed sheet and the pillow. No sense in leaving any more traces, I suppose. Come on, we need to go. I pick up her bag and sprint toward the bus stop. As I move further down the street, I can't help but notice a loud heaving behind me. I look back, and sure enough, Natsuki's struggling to keep up with my pace. We're both in pretty rough state. I make sure she's with me, though. We make it out of sight of the house before I stop and catch my breath. We can walk the rest of the way. I think we'll be alright. Natsuki takes a couple of deep breaths and sighs before speaking. Okay. Her words wheeze out as her breathing settles. She's been through so much today. I feel awful about leaving her things behind. But she didn't have much choice. At least the hard part is over with. She's safe. Come on, I think I know the way back to my place from here. Will it take long? About half an hour. Alright. It actually takes us nearly an hour to get back home. An hour of silence, save for our exhausted panting and the occasional wince whenever the stabbing pain in my shoulder spiked. With Natsuki as she was, we couldn't take the bus. I took Yuri's advice and looked for more out-of-the-way areas. If we were walking down main road, someone could have seen Natsuki's bruised face. Downside being the hour of walking, of course. Thankfully, we're nearly there. It's just a bit down the road. Yeah, I remember. Finally, I recognized the familiar view of my house. I fumbled with my keys for a moment before I frantically unlocked the door. I let Natsuki through. She's safe. We're safe. I set down Natsuki's suitcase while the door gently closes behind me. The motion makes me wince as the stinging pain in my shoulder sets in. Ask you okay? Yeah, just my arm's a little... I'm sorry, guys. Don't worry about me, Nat. I'm fine. Besides, we should probably focus on moving your stuff in. She nods and wheels her suitcase down the hall before stopping. Where do I... Spare room's upstairs, first door on the left. Give me a second. I take the suitcase from her and haul it up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow! Natsuki follows me, albeit a few steps behind. She's fidgeting with her arm, looking away from me. Nervousness? I mean, who the hell wouldn't be in this situation? Once I've reached the top, I take it down the hall and open the door to the spare room with my free hand. Okay, in the drawers, right? Yeah, or wherever you want, really. Natsuki pauses at the doorway. Something wrong? It's just shock, I guess. This is my room now. I can't go back. I can't imagine what she must be feeling right now. No doubt she'll need time to adjust. As will I. But I'm here with you. She leans in and kisses me on the cheek. Now, if you don't mind, I'd prefer if you didn't stare at me changing. Right. Sorry. I'll heat you up some soup or something. Come down whenever you're ready. There's some tissue paper in the bathroom so you can clean yourself up. She gives a weak smile. Okay. Poor Natsuki. Heading downstairs, I enter the kitchen and swing open one of the cupboards. I pull out a can of chicken soup. I was about to say kitchen soup, that would have been super fucking weird. We did it! We saved Natsuki for now. Kitchen soup. This'll have to do. I'll hit the grocery store tomorrow and pick up some things. I put the soup in a plastic bowl and set it in the microwave. As I wait, I take a deep breath. Strangely, I don't feel anxious. But how my week has been going, my heart should be on fritz right now. But I'm oddly calm. In fact, I even feel good. Despite my aching shoulder, I got her out of that house. We planned it and pulled it off. There might be consequences later, but she's here. She's safe. Oh. Safe. Shit! It was in the microwave. I didn't... Oh, wait. I didn't know that managed to guess. Natsuki had made her way downstairs and was now waiting at the door. She shoots me a look. Just hold on. Kitchen flavors. She shoots me a concerned look. You okay? Yeah. Just got a little startled is all. Standing there for a moment, we're both dead silent. Your soup's ready. Okay, just try not to strain yourself too much. It's been a rough day. I can't help but draw my attention back to her swollen eye. For both of us. I guess the best thing we can do now is just get some rest. After all, we've got a long day tomorrow. Oh crap. What are we gonna do about her eye for tomorrow? I can't go to school, Cass. Not like this. Or not tomorrow, at least. And my worry slowly eases back in. We can figure something out. We've gotten this far already. Natsuki doesn't look entirely convinced, but doesn't question me either. I guess we'll just have to see how it looks tomorrow. Yeah. I guess you're... I guess you're right. Worst case scenario, you won't be going to school. There's something oddly relieving about that. It gives us time to figure out what to do next. And right about now, time is exactly what we need. Though unlikely to happen, I can't help but to speculate on how I can get Natsuki's dad behind bars. I sigh. The idea of simply waiting is gnawing away at my nerves. I can't shake this idea that something bad will happen to Natsuki, or to me. I mean, I can't exactly guarantee our safety. God damn it. Deep breath, Cass. Don't lose your nerve. I look back towards Natsuki to see that she hasn't even touched her food. Natsuki, you should eat. I mean, you must be at least a little hungry after all that. It's not that. I'm starving. She then raises her head in my direction, her black eyes staring straight through me. It's a stark reminder of the hell she's been through. I grimace at the thought. I just don't feel like I'm free, Cass. I'm afraid he'll find a way to take me back. Natsuki takes a deep breath. I just feel so useless. I've only ever been mean to you, Cass, even though you actually care about me. Natsuki's face begins to form a much more melancholic expression. It looks as if she's holding something back. I feel so sorry for her. When it comes to how her father treats her, I'm left more confused than angry. What sort of person would even consider doing that to someone, let alone their own daughter? What sort of sick mindset justifies such a thing? But hey, Parfait Girls is safe. Yeah, there's that at least. That was the first manga I ever bought for myself, you know? It was also the first manga I ever got to read with someone else, too. That'd be me, I take it. Duh. Dummy. And no one else was ever interested in what I liked. And when you joined the club, I thought that was gonna be the same. But it wasn't. You cared. You actually took the time to like it. That never happened to me before. I liked that. Even if I didn't show it. But now I keep doubting as to whether it was worth it. 17 years. And only one person I can call a good friend. Don't get me wrong or anything, the club members are nice, yet I still don't feel like they actually care. Not as much as you. But now I'm thinking, Natsuki then starts to mumble. I'm barely able to hear what she says. Maybe he was right. Maybe I should just grow up. I interrupt her before she can continue. Hey, Natsuki looks a bit scared by my sudden change in tone. But at least it managed to get her attention. Yeah? It's not stupid to have an interest in something. You remember why you wrote, what was it called? Amy Likes Spiders? Because you thought people shouldn't judge others for their interests. And if I recall correctly, you actually said that those people were the stupid ones. Am I wrong? A sigh escapes me. You're a good person, Natsuki. And you have a unique perspective on things. That's why you and I get along. An awkward silence permeates the room. Did I upset her? I certainly hope not. Oh. Should I try and say anything else? Natsuki gives me a light shove. Dummy. Eh? You used my own poem against me. That's no fair. Relief is just about is just about the only thing I feel right now. I'm just glad that I finally got through to her. Even if it may only be for a short while. Hey, speaking of parfait girls, yeah? Well, it's safe upstairs. I went ahead and put it in the spare room earlier. So I saw. Up for continuing where we left off? She smiles faintly. Yeah, I'd like that. I'll just finish this before we do. She points toward the soup on the table that's more than likely lukewarm by now. Yeah, no. What kind of sick motherfucker hits his daughter? That shit is where we kill them. We just off with their heads. Right? She points toward the soup on the table that's more than likely lukewarm by now. Yeah, of course. I get a blanket and some snacks set up. That sound good? Yeah, sure. I walk to one of the cupboards where there should hopefully be some snacks available. Crisps. Bingo. That was British. That was British. They're chips. But I guess it's the same damn thing. I'll be waiting up in the spare room, alright? Natsuki takes a seat at the table and grabs the spoon. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I walk up the stairs and head towards the spare room, reflecting on the past couple of days. All the stress that has accumulated in me has drained me. Despite my fatigue, I'd love nothing more than to stay up and read with Natsuki. We could use a distraction to ease our minds. I enter the room and begin to get everything set up. With everything in its right place and the blanket laid over me, I sit down on the sofa and wait for Natsuki to arrive. The blanket is large enough to wrap around us both, thankfully. So things probably won't get too awkward between us. This gives me time to breathe a little, which I'm grateful for. I grab the Parfait Girl's volume and begin to stare at the cover. I let out a light chuckle, remembering when I first got to talk to her. She was definitely the most difficult to get good under. You know, British chips are fries. Meanwhile, our chips are crisps in Britain. And then cookies in Britain are biscuits. Chips forever. She was definitely the most difficult to get a good understanding of out of all the club members. Fortunately for me, however, we found common ground with our interest in manga. She's actually really nice once you get past the initial barrier, that is. Which makes it hurt even more to hear what she had to endure. Finished with my recollection, I lay the volume of manga beside me, close my eyes, and unwind for the first time in days. Yet before I know it, I hear the door creak open, and a faint giggle emanating from the doorway. You look comfy. I decide to play along with her with her more joyful attitude. Well, I certainly feel comfortable. Wanna hop in and find out for yourself? I only just realized that what I said probably sounds really weird. Even if I know that the blanket's big enough, I still can't help but feel like an absolute creep saying that to her. You bet. She then slides under the covers of the blanket with me. I guess she either didn't think it was weird at all, or simply didn't care. Either way, I feel more at ease around her, even if it's only for the time being. You've got the volume, right? I sure do. I grab the manga laying next to me and show it to Natsuki. What's up? This is gonna sound really stupid, but would it be okay if I hold it? Just for a bit? Without hesitation, I offer her the volume of manga. Of course. Natsuki's eyes light up as her face glows red. She takes the manga from my lending hand and holds it close to her chest. Wait, do you actually like it? Well, yeah. Why else do you think he offered to keep the collection here? I don't know. I thought you were just trying to be nice or something. Really? What made you think that? I don't know. It's not like I can read your mind, dummy. She giggles a little bit. Biscuits are also their own thing, you know. Like biscuits and gravy. In fact, biscuits are really good. Although some people also call them rolls, even though they're not rolls. Rolls are their own thing. But dog biscuits are kind of their own thing as well. So yeah, she gives a little bit. It's good to hear her laugh. But just as soon as it happens, her smile disappears. She speaks up once more. I'm sorry, yes. I'm completely lost. Why is she apologizing? If I had to guess, I assume it was something to do with her issues at home. Natsuki, there's nothing to be sorry about. There's nothing else that you could have done to stop the... Well, no. It's not that I'm apologizing for. It's what I said earlier, about being mean to you. You're probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I've just treated you like crap. This might sound incredibly stupid, but even though I've only known you for about a week, you're probably one of the best friends I've ever had. She places the book down once more and suddenly pulls me into an embrace, burying her face into my chest. So, thanks, Cass. Again. I wrap my arms around her, returning her hug. Neither of us exchange a single word as a peaceful silence fills the room. Several minutes pass in an instant with Natsuki in my arms, but eventually she lets go and looks away. Sorry about that. I just needed to get that off my chest, I guess. It's fine, Natsuki, and I'm glad to know that I mean so much to you. Her face practically glows red after I say that, so I guess we should actually read Parfait Girls now. Yeah, I'd like that. Natsuki retrieves the second volume and eagerly opens it to the first page. Now that I've read a decent portion of the manga, I can finally joke and talk with her about certain characters, situations, and setups for different arcs. It's really nice to talk with her like this. Yeah, I'm not into American food. Okay, what kind of food do you eat, McKinnish? Are you Scottish? God, that was horribly done. Is that why you go by McKinnish? European food. Isn't Europe Britain? Well, no, I guess Britain is in Europe. You eat goulash. You're Hungarian. Huh. Never been, but it sounds interesting at least. Did not just say what? Britain isn't Europe. Britain is in Europe, I think. Those two things are not equal. I'm bad at maps. Geography was like my worst subject in school. Maps are difficult and complex, and I don't care enough. Britain is a country, yes. Yes, Great Britain. Although I don't see what's so great about Britain. It's been just over an hour and I'm already knackered. I have no clue what knackered means. I set the second volume down and turned to Natsuki. Hey, you want to call this a night? Natsuki looks toward me and speaks groggily. Yeah. We get up from the sofa and proceed to tidy things up. Hey, do you want me to set up the room so that should be more comfortable. Nah, I think I've got it from here. Plus, you're bound to mess something up. Hey, what happened to you being nice? I mean, I never said anything about me being nice. I apologized for being mean. I know what a damn country is, man. I shake my head and sigh in over-exaggerated fashion. Whatever you say, Nat. Anyway, I guess this is good night then. Yeah, see you tomorrow, guys. You too, rest well. I close the door and I close the door to the spare room and stagger my way toward the bathroom. Exhausted as hell, I jump into my bed. Unfortunately, even when I try to go to sleep, I can only wonder what will happen to Natsuki. Whenever it comes to her safety, I can only hope that everything will work out. I hope that no one will notice our absence tomorrow. I hope that her father will face justice as he rightly deserves. I hope she can finally live a happy life free from abuse. I hope. Act 2, all I need. Alright, so I think that's a good place to leave off. 29th of September 2017. I'm gonna save right here. That was just Act 1. Let's see. How long has stream been going? 2 hours, 25 minutes. I think that's a good place to leave off for now. I will probably do another stream of it later. But for now, I hope you all. Oh, wait, actually, that is a horrible screen to go to. But for now, I hope everyone has had a lovely time. I'm gonna take like at least an hour break, maybe 30 minutes. We'll find out how long I take a break for. And then I will do another stream again today because screw waiting. I'm excited and I'm having fun with this shit. This is the best. And I'm so glad to be playing it. McKinnish, if you are still online later today, whenever I start up the second stream, then feel free to come join. Have a lovely time. Because this game is so fucking good. And I love the storyline even though it's super depressing. uh, and with all of that out of the way, give me just a moment to set a thing up. Let's see. Plexley. Uh, and with that, oh, tell you on Discord when I start streaming? Will do, man. You know, I will send you a message on Discord when I start streaming. Um, but until then, I will see you all in the next broadcast. Bye bye.